my beautiful Nicolette, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. Today I'm going to be talking all about the awkward stage that we all go through, or I know I went through, so let me know if you guys had went through this or you think you're going through it. But I got this idea from Tara Michelle. I absolutely love her channel and love her, and she did a video like this, which I will link in the description box, and I thought, you know what, why don't I share my tips and tricks on going through the awkward stage and dealing with it, and also some tips and tricks I have on makeup, confidence, hair tips for that time. I want to share it with you guys. I wrote down some notes, so hopefully it's not jumbled up and I'm talking. Yeah, I probably will. Hopefully it's not too much of a mess, but you know, I hope you guys can stick through with me. I just wanted to also talk about my bullying experience. I don't know if I ever talked about it on my channel. That's when I kind of was bullied during that awkward stage of life. But I thought this would be really good for young girls out there, because I know when I was growing up, I wish I had YouTube or something where I could relate to someone or know that I'm not the only one alone. I also have been seeing this term glow up and glow up challenge going everywhere, and apparently glow up, according to the Urban Dictionary, is when someone turns from like an ugly duckling and then blossoms into this beautiful being. I thought I would talk about my experience because I definitely feel like I had a awkward stage in my life, and I was really awkwardly socially awkward. I was also not very good at the makeup and all that stuff, so there's the picture of me. Hello. This awkward stage is between like 11, 12 to 16. During that time, you're going through a lot of changes. I had an older brother, so I didn't have a sister where I could relate to things, because when you're growing up, you get your period, you're growing in certain areas, and you also have to deal with people and bullying sometimes and peer pressure and all that. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is my bullying experience, just because I think it ties in. When I was in elementary school, so leading up until 13 years old, I was very socially awkward. I was a very shy person. I wasn't shy to people I actually knew, but I was shy if I didn't know you, and I'm still kind of like that, but not as bad as before. And I was also not very confident in myself, and I think that's what made me shy and very insecure, because I was just an insecure girl. And when I was going through the changes, like developing, or when I got my period and stuff, I didn't know how to approach those topics with my parents, and it was very difficult for me, and I felt like I was going through this journey alone, and everyone goes through it. When I was in elementary school, I didn't have many friends, and I wore no makeup until I went into high school, so until I was 14. So before that, I wore no makeup. I only would throw on the occasional lip gloss, like the lip glosses you get from the dollar store with the little roses in it. Do you feel me? I'll try and get a picture of that, but that was what I was rocking until I was 14. I was a typical average young awkward girl who was really shy around everyone, who could not talk to boys, and who would get really nervous if a boy even said hi. That was me. And then when I went into high school, I started to experiment with makeup. I was starting to grow into the woman I was gonna become. That's when I was bullied by a lot of girls. A lot of girls would talk behind my back. That was a major thing, and I know a lot of people could relate to that. I got rumors spread around me that were really bad, and they were really disgusting rumors, and they actually even went to the point where my mom heard about the rumors, and it was just really embarrassing. And so they would make fake lies. They would tear me apart when it came to my looks. They'd call me ugly, call me fat. I struggled a lot with acne, so they would talk about how I pack on so much makeup. They would talk about how ugly my hair was, and just pick apart every single part of me. They would comment on my pictures when I had Facebook and write rude comments. These girls were for some reason obsessed with talking about me. It was like their hobby or something. It was even to the point when I was in second year university, so I've been graduated from high school for 2 years at this point, and they actually imitated a picture of me and my current best friend that I have, Jessica, imitating our pose and trying to mock it, and then wrote a caption under it to really accentuate that they're mocking us. And they were even doing something 2 years after high school, so it shows you their state of mind then. I would make it seem like it didn't bother me, but of course that stuff does affect someone. And for a large part of the time, I was very insecure with myself, especially with the way I looked. I feel like I saw a different person because I was so used to hearing all these things that girls would say about me, and I would start to believe it. And I started believing that I was ugly, I was fat, I was all these words, and that is not the way to go, because honestly, those people that talk behind your back, just know that they mean nothing to you. At the end of the day, I got out of that. They don't know anything about me. They're judging me for no reason. They don't know anything about my life. So why am I letting other people's opinions or other people's hate affect me? Because if you're gonna live that way, you're never gonna be happy. Take it from me, guys. I hated my high school experience. I hated it. I wanted to get out of there, and it all changes. Once you exit elementary and high school, your life completely changes. If you guys did want a video dedicated on my bullying experience, so if you guys want me to go more in depth about it, let me know in the comments down below. But I am so much happier now in my life, so definitely know that there's gonna be a happy ending at the end. Even if things seem so difficult and so hard and it's never gonna get better, trust me, it's gonna get better. There's gonna be a ton of peer pressure to do certain things that you might not actually want to do. And that being said, do what you want to do. Don't be afraid to be the person you want to be. Don't be afraid to dress the way you want to dress. Play the sports you want to play. Do the hobbies you want to do. Don't be afraid. Do what makes you happy, because that's gonna make you feel good inside. And then people that like doing the same thing are just gonna all come to you, and those are the people you want to be surrounded with. You don't want to try and transform into something that you're not. Another one of my tips is don't be afraid to fail. You're gonna fail in life. What makes you more confident and what makes you stronger is getting back up and trying again. And you may fail once, you may fail twice, you may fail 3 times. It doesn't matter how many times you fail, as long as you get up and you try again and you know that you can do it. How are we gonna be happy with our successes if we never fell down and then got back up? Just remember that whenever you love something so passionately, there's gonna be people that are gonna hate on you. That's just how it is. But if you're doing something you're passionate about, how can you regret your life? How can you regret anything if you're really passionate about it? I'd rather someone not like me because I am doing the things I'm passionate about than having everyone like me in the world and I'm not truly doing what I'm passionate about. You gotta follow your passions, be you, and don't feel like you have to become a certain person or do certain things to look cool or fit in. If you're trying to just please people all the time, that's not gonna make you happy. And just remember that not everyone's gonna like you, but keep the people that do understand you and love you and care about you. Keep them close and keep those connections. Boys, I feel like, or girls, whatever you're into, that's the time you start wanting or feeling relationships start occurring, or you have crushes. And honestly, let me tell you that during that period, it is very rare that you're gonna find your soulmate. You are so young, you still have so much life experience to go through. Have fun experiences with your friends. Don't worry too much about boys. I know it seems like, oh, it's the end of the world, Jimmy did this, Bob did this, but it's like, it doesn't matter in the end of the day. It's your friends that you should really build that connection with, because most of the times, your friends are gonna be there 10, 15 years from now, as opposed to some little high school crush that you have. We're going through puberty, there's different hormonal changes, and a lot of people experience breaking out. That is something I suffer with, is acne, and something that you need to learn to do at a young age is definitely to take off your makeup every single night, as well as to moisturize your skin. It's really important to start at a young age. Moisturizing your skin really makes a difference, so I definitely recommend getting a moisturizer for the day and for your nighttime. And the last tip I have for you guys when it comes to skincare is do not pick your face. I know a lot of teenagers hate acne, and a lot of people just want it gone, and a lot of teenagers pick their face, they touch their face. You can't do anything about it. You gotta let it go naturally, and picking it is just gonna make it worse, and it's just gonna make you get more acne and also leave a scar, and that's something that you don't want. I did have some bad makeup mistakes, I must say. Minimal makeup. I remember struggling with finding my shade of what matches me in life, because I swear there's been so many times where I probably looked like an Oompa Loompa because orange face. I know you girls know the struggle. I know you know the struggle. You can go to Sephora, get your color matched, and if you buy a foundation there, or I believe that you can go online, and if you know your match from a Sephora foundation, it can actually tell you the match for any drugstore foundation as well. I know a ton of teenagers have oily skin, and I remember coming home from school sometimes and my makeup and the foundation, it just looked disgusting. It looked shiny. It looks like it slid all over my face. If you are gonna start wearing makeup, to invest in a primer. So this is actually Smashbox primer. It'll make it last all day, and you are in school for 7 hours, 8 hours. That is definitely a long time, so a primer I feel is very essential. And one that I recommend is in the Smashbox line. There is one that's in the green color, and it has salicylic acid. I believe that's how you say it, and that basically helps fight acne. So if you are struggling with acne, acne, I recommend having products that are gonna help your skin at the same time. Or there are foundations now that also have that. I know e.l.f. has one. If you also don't really need to wear a ton of foundation, definitely go for a BB cream. I love the Garnier BB cream. I think it's really nice. It gives you a good amount of coverage, but not too much. And I know a lot of young girls use makeup to cover things up, but really just emphasize your beauty. Just don't feel like you need to pack on the makeup to look beautiful, because you are beautiful. One of my bad makeup mistakes when I was in high school is I would apply eyeliner and I wasn't really good at it, so it would make me look like I had raccoon eyes. So I would just completely ditch the eyeliner, and you don't really need eyeliner. All that really makes a difference is mascara, because mascara makes your eyes look more wide awake, it brings your eyes out, and just finishing off your look with a simple lip gloss. I recommend the NYX Butter Glosses. They are super affordable and they are super good quality for the price that they are. So you don't need to go buy some expensive lip glosses, you can just buy drugstore ones. I have naturally wavy hair, wavy curly, and I used to pound the mousse into it and it would get all scrunchy. I definitely do not recommend that. And then when I entered high school, I was a flat iron freak. I would flat iron my hair every single day, so I do not recommend that, because I would have split ends so badly. I would have split ends all the time. My hair would not grow because it would keep breaking off, and I refused to get haircuts. So that was definitely me. But some tips that I have that I wish I kind of knew about is don't feel like you have to hot iron your hair all the time. Let it loose. Your hair will not grow if you straighten your hair every single day. Trust me, it will not grow. You'll get split ends and it will keep breaking. So if you're anything like me and you have wavy or curly hair, even if you have straight hair, I recommend going to bed with your hair in a braid, and you can just have natural loose waves. And if I do recommend one product for your hair, it's definitely not the mousse I used to use. Investing in a hair oil. This is gonna help your hair from being frizzy. I have a bunch of other videos if you guys want more information about like periods. I have a period hacks video, which I'll link in the description box, and I also have an acne hacks video, so if you want to know more about acne, I'll link that also in the description box, because I know those are two big subjects that we go through during the awkward stage of life. When it comes to body odor, bras, shaving, talk to your parents that they went through it all. It's not awkward for them, trust me. And that was something I struggled with. I felt really uncomfortable going to my parents being like, hey, I want to shave because I'm starting to get hairy AF. What I would do is I would go into my parents' room when they weren't home, steal the razor, and shave myself, because I thought that was a crime apparently, but really it's normal. Go to your parents, tell them about it, and if you're gonna start waxing. First off, your hair doesn't come back as thick and it lasts longer than shaving. And another tip is plucking. I know a ton of people pluck their eyebrows out when they're young. Fortunately, my mom taught me to never touch my brows, and I never did, and I'm so fortunate about it because I love my brows. I know a lot of people overpluck. Do not do it. It's not gonna look good at all. And something I did do that I know a lot of people do is cut your own hair. Okay guys, do not cut your own hair. I looked like a freak. One hair was like here, one hair was here. My bangs were uneven. Do not do it. If you're gonna get your hair cut, get it done by a professional or ask your parents, but do not do it yourself. Trust me, you are not a hairstylist. Maybe you will be one, but most of the times when you're 11, 12, you don't know what you're doing. So I remember I cut my hair, I cut my bangs, and my mom always knew, and she would get so mad at that because it would look so bad. That is all the tips I have for you guys. That was just like a fire little speed round. I had so much fun making this video. I really hope that it helps some of you girls out there. You could share it with your friends, get it out there. I feel like I'm a bigger sister right now. I'm an older sister, and I like this feeling. You liked it. If you did, thumbs it up so I know. Click that subscribe button to join the Nicolette's Fame Jam, because your girl uploads every other day here on my channel. I do have social media, so if you guys want to contact me, if you want some advice, if you want to talk to me, definitely follow me on my social media. I have Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. That being said, I hope you guys are having a fabulous day, evening, or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!